Hello, I'm going to be doing the Physics Lab 2. My name is Devin Head. I'm going to go right into it. So the introduction is this lab is a continuation of the previous lab where we modeled the two pieces of tape as a point charge in order to calculate the electric force. And this time instead we're going to be modeling it as a line of charges rather than point charges, and then adding all up the electric forces to compare to our previous results from the last lab in this different model. The results were the electric force is 1.74 e to the negative 3. The gravitational force is, of course, equal to the electric force again in this model. And the previous one was 2.26 e to the negative 3 with the point charge model. The main concepts of this experiment are electric fields and electric forces, and specifically the Coulomb's law and how electric forces play a part in physical interactions. And the new concept is going to be separating the tape into tiny point charges rather than treating them just as one singular one. And we're going to be using GlowScript to model that. The assumptions we're making are there is no air resistance, and the charge on each tape is evenly distributed, and the sum of all the small charges will equal the total charge on the tape. Here we have the computational model that we use in GlowScript for this experiment, and it's continued right here for all the functions and the things we'll be calculating in this next screen. And the results are that we get the magnitude and the magnitude electric or gravitational force, and it shows you the model of how we're treating these two tapes right there. The reflection questions are, what if we had modeled each tape as a point charge like in the previous lab, and we're basically just going to be comparing the charge values that we got for each experiment. And previously we got 1.24 e to the negative 8, and with this new model we have 2.29 e to the negative 8, which is a 57.6% difference, and that's definitely significant in the way we're treating these two different models. And for the next one, we ask, why do these estimates differ, and which values more likely to be closer to the real value, and why? And they're differing because we're adding an X component to the individual electric forces across each tape in the model compared to just treating them like a single point charge. And this model should be much closer to the real value because the last model was treating them as point charges, and this one is actually evenly distributing them over the entire piece of tape, which even with the assumptions we have is closer to what's actually happening. And that's going to be the end of this.